I get asked a lot, James, can you give me a phrase that I can use to help me close a deal? In this video, I'm going to share with you a number of phrases that you can use to close prospects that are in a position where they're keen to work with you and you've done the work and you're in a good position to hopefully get them across the line. But here's the big warning. If you try and close prospects that aren't ready to buy through some clever wording, it's going to fail and it's going to turn backwards on you and you're potentially going to lose an opportunity that you could have won. My name's James White. I'm a small business sales expert. I help small businesses get incredible sales results and make them feel confident and authentic about selling. Let's have a look at the video and let's get you some phrases that you can use to get that deal signed and hopefully the business in your bank. So a lot of people will tell you that you can use clever words to coerce and to trick someone into buying from you. You can. There are phrases that you can use that can make someone buy and commit to doing something. And you feel, great, I've won, it's won. And all that happens is they then think afterwards, no, I didn't like that. I felt coerced, I felt pushed, I didn't feel comfortable. And they'll basically cancel the order or want their money back or say no. Or even worst case, avoid you when you thought you've got the business. Closing is an art that can only be done when we've got to know our prospect and the pain they're in, and we've been able to show them that our solution can solve their problems and challenges, and give them belief and trust that we're a company or person that they can work with. So let's make sure we use the phrases at the right time to hopefully get someone signed on the dotted line and getting the business in. Let's have a look at the phrases. Phrase number one is a great phrase I love to use when I'm working with someone and feel there's really that rapport and we've got a great opportunity to do something. I'll say something like this. It looks like our service is a good fit for you and your business. Would you agree? By saying something like that, would you agree? I give the prospect the chance to say, yeah, I do. In which case it's a natural, great, let's get things started. Or it gives them the chance of saying, no, I don't agree. In which case then you've got more work to do. But that phrase, if you've used it at the right time, will get the prospect saying, yeah, I agree, look, I think it's a good thing to do. And you're then in a position to say, great, I'm going to get the paperwork set up and I'm really excited to work with you. You've closed them, you've moved on, you've gotten to a place where they're feeling good, you're in great shape. Phrase number two is a phrase you can use when maybe the deal has been going on a little longer, or maybe you think that there's some indecision in the prospect's mind. And what we want to try and do is get from them, what do they need to see in order to work with us? I'd use a phrase like this. What stops you from giving us a try today and moving things forward? What you're saying to the prospect at this stage here is, tell me what you need to see in order to say yes or no. And hopefully they might say nothing, in which case you can say, fantastic, I'm going to get the paperwork agreed, or we'll get the contract set up. Or if they say, well, actually I'm looking for this, this, and this, your best response should then be, okay, fantastic, really appreciate you letting me know that. If I can show you this, this, and this, does that give you the confidence you need to move things forward? And hopefully they'll say yes, and it gives you the chance to show that information and get the deal agreed. In other videos I've done, I've talked about there being 4 phases to selling. Problem 1, understanding, belief, and then trust. And that key word of trust is the factor that makes a difference between a prospect committing and not. So when I've got a prospect who's in maybe that position, then I'll look to use a phrase such as this. How would it feel to put your trust in us to deliver this service for you? When I use a phrase like that, what it says to the prospect is, it would feel really good actually. Great, fantastic, let's get things moving and work together. Or if they'd feel, I'm not sure, it wouldn't be great, you know you've got more work to do. So when you've been talking to a prospect that's maybe a bit of uncertainty and they're sort of liking a few different things you do, here's a phrase that you can use which can help close them and get the decision in place. Taking all of what you said into consideration, I think these 2 services would work best for you. Which one would you like to go with? So when you issue a phrase like that, which one would you like to go with? You're basically using what we call an assumptive close. You're not giving them the option to say, I don't want to go with you at all. You're saying, which one do you want to go with? And hopefully they'll say, well, I'll probably option A. Fantastic, really look forward to working with you and moving that forward. If you then find afterwards where they say, well, I don't want to go with any of them, then you know you've got a bigger problem and you've got to go back and find out what's stopping that from happening. And by using that phrase, which one would you like to go with? Whichever way they go, it's going to benefit you and you're going to get them closed and the business done. So one of the simplest phrases that you can use when you want to close someone is just to say this: shall we get the paperwork completed? What you're doing in such a simple phrase, when said at the right time, gives the prospect the option to say, yeah, makes sense, let's do it. Or it might make them go, well, no, I don't think we're ready for that right now. In which case then you know you need to go back and try and identify what's causing that. So another great phrase you can use, which can really make a difference and show the prospect you're passionate about solving the challenges they face, is this: I'm really excited to start working with you. Who should we send the order form to? When you use a phrase like that, it shows the prospect you're really passionate about supporting and helping them get things resolved, but you're asking a general admin question as to how things should operate in their business. And what will happen is you'll either get someone saying, oh, send the invoice and paperwork to me and we'll get that sorted, or I'll actually put you in contact with my team and they'll help get that in place. And a final phrase which you can use, which is a different type of phrase, but is one that is a really good one to use if you've got a prospect that's maybe sitting on the fence or not sure, is to say something like this: it seems like you want to stay where you are right now and this project's no longer a priority for you. What happens when you say a phrase like that is you give the prospect the opportunity to say the word no. No, this is still a priority for me. I do want to get this problem resolved. And then you can lead into it with a great, let's get things started and make this happen. So you use that question as an opportunity to lead into a closing phrase. If the prospect says, yeah, I am actually happy to stay where I am right now and this isn't a priority, then you know you've got more work to do. These phrases are phrases that you can use that can get your prospect to commit to you. But as I said at the start, and I give you this warning again, please don't use these if you haven't explored the true pain that the prospect's in, or you haven't been able to give them evidence that your solution can help them solve those challenges. If you do that in the wrong way, you're going to put the prospect off and it's going to lose an opportunity that you could have won. But if you've done the work, you're in a great shape, the relationship's there, they like you, you like them. Use these phrases, it's going to help turn the potential into a reality and get that deal done. My name is James White. I'm a sales trainer and sales mentor. I hope you've really enjoyed listening to some of these phrases and more importantly, can put them in use in your business. Try them out, put in the comment section below how they've worked for you. Or if there's other phrases that you've used, let me know. Let's make sure we share these phrases so we can get great businesses winning good business on a regular basis. Thanks for watching the video. I look forward to sharing another one with you really soon.